Hello. What's up, everyone? Today we are here to talk to you guys about the um the business of dating. We are Assholes Anonymous. I am Kino. This is Mar. Well, wait, no, his name ain't Mar. What's your name, man?
I don't know either. Goddamn. No, I'm saying Ray. What's up?
And I'm the man that they call Hair God.
Yeah, today we got Loso in the building, and we got Big Tank over in the building today.
Our engineers are in the
Right.
building. We got engineers
Always
now.
go down
I'm
there.
feeling like Joe podcast.
Oh man, it's gonna be an interesting subject because there's gonna be some people that really don't get involved in this whole thought process the same, especially when you talk about the business of dating. For one thing that goes into the business of dating is what are you willing to spend to be with a woman?
See, and I look at that totally different than a lot of guys. I don't look at it as what I'm spending for the woman. I'm seeing it as what am I spending for my time in this investment. So if I'm making a certain dollar amount, is she worth what I make in an hour for the hour I'm gonna spend with her? So for instance, I know $40 is the going rate right now for all type of fuckery.
$40 on dick.
But that $40 is a good investment. You know what I'm saying? If you give her that up front, or you meet her down at a local bar, buy 10 flats and 2 drinks. I mean, it's the same
Fried
thing.
hard.
Yeah, but fry 'em hard. Lady love hard fried flats.
Lemon pepper, all
Lemon
flat.
pepper.
Okay.
No, but seriously though, I mean, I've invested a lot in a lot of different women, but that investment was based on the woman. Certain women, I wouldn't get them ladies.
I don't even like looking at my cash app. Cause like you ever like, cause you ever like look like, you know, like you can go to your cash app and like see like when you click on that person, you can see how much money you sent them and all that. And I really like look back and I be like, damn, I spent this much fucking money on you. Like,
why are you cash out with her directly? That's gonna be my first question. Nah, man, no, but that's a good thought process though, because what you would just send directly, I would invest in the experience. So like, I may be at the real life location and boom, same money spent, but how we do it totally different.
I mean, it ain't necessarily me just like, hey, here's $40. I'll see you when I get off work tonight. It's more along the line of like just spending money. Like say for instance, we might book a hotel room or something like that. But she gonna put it on her card or something like that.
Yeah.
Like literally, I'll just cash out the money to her.
That's smart.
So
I do the same shit. Yeah.
So she can handle all of that. But it's like I'll just go back and like look and be like, God damn, in 3 years time, we done like between me and you going back and forth, we done spent almost over $1,500 together. Like.
Yeah.
Ooh, them a lot of $40.
Oh,
I know.
$40.
No, but you said something made a lot of sense though. I do it all the time. I will definitely send her cash and let her book it, and everything is in her name because I don't like have my name like that,
Right.
just in case.
Well, you know, my whole thing is rich people pay for your time, right? Mm-hmm. That's why they're rich people. They understand the difference between time and money. My time is 10 times more valuable than a dollar bill. 20, maybe even 34 times valuable than a dollar bill. So if I can pay to not waste time, that's a win. And a lot of people books. Now you'll have people, especially poor people. You know what I'm saying? Being from the hood talk gonna tell you, don't spend no money on no pussy. Let's be straight up about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I ain't buying no pussy. I ain't paying for no pussy. And none of that shit. But here go the thing. Inside of the business of dating, right? Ain't no free pussy. There's no way you can go through your life dealing with a chick and not have to pay a price.
I agree with that.
Be it time, be it money, be it what you put yourself through to go to be chose by a chick.
That's a good point.
All that fugazi shit you pretend to like when you do stuff.
Man, look, it's a time wasting situation. Look, sometimes I think it's better for you to go up there and say, look, man, I like you fine, got a big old ass. I've been looking at you from across the distance. You know what I'm saying? And I really don't, you know what I'm saying? My whole thought process about you is I want to get with you. You know, take this little bread. We can go back and see what this here for. You don't like it, I don't like it. We don't have to come back no more. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was.
Yeah, you know what's funny about that, man? Back in my day, BC, man, before I found Christ, I used to do stuff like that all the time. I mean, like, I would be like, yo, I think you're beautiful.
Bruh.
I know I'm that nigga. I've been that nigga my whole life.
A pair of gangster Reeboks or a hairdo.
Bruh. And I'm just like, yo, what do you want to do between us?
35. Hey, yeah, but bruh.
Jabot jeans, man.
No,
I'm telling
you go up
man.
there, you take her to get her one of them $35 hairdos. You know, you used to have them hard ass S curls in the head with them rhinestones and shit. You know what I'm saying? You pay $35, get her hair done, and you fucking for a month.
Yeah, but you can get a good month.
That
out
was
of
back
that.
then. You know, the market was even different back then. If you took a chick to the mall, got her some S dots, and pulled up out of there. You know what I'm talking about?
Bro.
Oh,
But don't pay a bill. If you
Nah,
paid someone singular bill back in the day, you in there for a good month worth of a love.
You
For
you
real.
got some gangster Reeboks. You know what I'm saying? You came out there. You know what I'm saying? You bought us some little Reeboks, all white, fresh. out
Gummy
the
bottom.
Oh,
that's
bruh.
It's
Then after that, hopefully, but usually if you did the right way, you know what I'm saying? I'm a north side nigga. I take this. Whew. But see, look. So if you did the right way, what you do is the girl that you targeted by the Reeboks for, she gotta have a dude. Because you don't need that added pressure of her trying to get with you all the time. You need her to have something else to stabilize so she can't call you every day. So you doing what he won't do. I'm gonna make this shit.
Yeah, man, you getting the benefit of it. I would say this.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like, real talk, man. Back when I was in undergrad, I was like the master. Every girl who had a man loved me because of my discretion, and I would always go farther than what he would. That was the trick.
And then, you know, as time went on, you had hood dudes that came into some money, right?
Right.
And to make themselves feel good about tricking, they came up with this slogan, it ain't tricking if you got it. Nigga, you tricking, you just got it. That's all it is. It's still the same
Yeah, but
thing.
it is no different.
But you want to, you know what I'm saying? So you want to make a distinction. It ain't no real distinction between you spending money to get a shot of pussy. And if you in any kind of romantic relationship,
You still
you
doing it.
paying for pussy. The difference between that there is no the only difference between prostitution and a romantic relationship is assumed intent.
That's deep.
You know,
So explain yourself.
assumed intent is that she may feel like I like her because of who she is as a person and her personality. I may be just trying to fuck. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So if that's the case, by law, the only reason why I ain't going to jail is when I paid that $45 was she assumed that we looking to be in a relationship. It's just assumed intent. But I might have been my intention may have been just to knock that thing off. But
But
you know what I'm saying? That ain't necessarily it. What I was doing was I was paying to play, basically.
Right.
You understand?
so it's like Dave and Buster's and shit.
It always been Dave and Buster.
Bruh.
I mean, the
Chuck E.
oldest
Cheese,
man,
goddamn.
profession in the history of man is what? I mean, it is what it is. But I do think that as you get older and you mature, you pay that price differently. Like me personally, I could live in a cardboard box. I'll be fine.
Oh yeah.
But
Women ain't
now,
gonna visit you in no fucking cardboard
exactly. So like, I pay to put myself in position to get who I want by my lifestyle and how I build it out. So like me paying for a house, me paying for clothes, a car, haircut every week at $25, $30 a pop. All that stuff is to put me in position. So that's paying for the woman right there so that they even see me.
So they'll notice you and
right.
actually consider you like a possibility.
Absolutely.
Because even as a dude, you gonna judge a chick for fucking with a certain dude that ain't up to snuff.
Most definitely.
You got a dude that's walking around here look like he ain't bathed in 6 months, and you know what I'm saying? This, that, and the other. And all of a sudden, you see a chick getting out the car with him. Instantly, she judged. I am not. Look, you are.
I'm not attracted to you anymore.
I don't know what's going through your head. As
What's
a
your
woman.
friend doing though?
You know, I don't even know about your friend.
Me either,
Because
because y'all
if
birds
y'all hanging like
of a
that,
feather.
Okay, so my question is, so you say
Loso in the background asking us questions.
So
yeah, I know, right?
Right. Go ahead and ask a question.
No, you
No,
say
so
you get the house,
the
put
great
yourself in a
value
position
Ti.
to do this and do that, and all that.
Right.
But are you doing that with the intent of attracting a woman, or are you doing that for you? That was your goal for yourself.
your goal is.
I mean, but there's no difference. I don't think it's a difference. I think like my personal goal, as far as my comfort level, was embedded and embedded in me around what a woman wants in a man. For instance, security, financial, emotional, spiritual, and physical. That's what most women want out of a man.
Something.
How do I demonstrate that without having to be in a relationship with someone by my lifestyle? So like, no matter what I do, it's gonna be for me and for her, because if I can show her through just how I'm living, yo, dude got a house, car, good job, handle his kids, he's decent looking, he over 5'3". Side note, fuck them little niggas. You know, all those things matter, right? And like me being me, even though it's for me, I also understand that, yo, this is what's going to attract the type of woman I want. So me paying for that stuff, investing in myself that way, is literally paying for dates. Because a woman who may not ask me for, $40 in cash may go on a date with me based on what she know of me.
Right. I got my nails manicured.
Right.
I smell like Jesus. You know what I'm
Exactly,
saying?
yeah.
You know, you walk in the door, you smell like Jesus. You sit up there and like,
Oh, yeah,
Lord.
hold on one second. Side note,
Go ahead.
real quick side note. Fellas, do not go buy Jordans and $300 belts if you don't smell good. You need to spend that same amount of money on
Look,
buns.
I spend more
Number
money
9,
on Chucks.
you need to invest in how you smell as much as you invest in your shoes.
You give me on
Free
some-
game, fellas. Free
some
game.
Chucks or some PF Flyers, cuz. But I smell like Jesus. Boy,
It's over. Women.
I'm instant competition for you now.
Shit,
And-
I use body oil to make motherfuckers
And
go
here
crazy.
go,
Exactly.
And this is one of those foul words, one of these words that always get people hyped. One of these charged up words. Competition. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't competing, you ain't trying to win. Competition
all.
breeds excellence. Everybody is competing. Men and women are competing inside of a situation. I go into a room and let's say I got Hair God. He's sitting over in the corner. He got his whole goddamn translucent vibe going. You know what I'm talking about? Like
Gotcha.
light skittles
I
and
know,
a
he just
motherfucker.
left the barbershop.
Got your Woman Crush Wednesday playing in my hair and
Oh
shit.
look, bro, with the he put the finger up in the top and got that one curl in the front and pulled it down like El DeBarge back in the day. And now you sizing up this competition. And now you gotta figure out within a short period of time, how do I circumvent the bad bitches he that's moving towards him? How I pick off 2 or 3? You know what I'm saying? Out of the 17 or 18 that's coming his way.
By getting the one that didn't agree to the threesome.
Yo, this hair guy.
You like that one, didn't you? You like
He's
that
something
one.
else,
Oh my
I've been over here quiet for too long. I had to throw something slick in there for a hot second.
But I know your point, though. I mean, like, man, if you think about it, what's gonna separate you from the other guys? That is the true cost of dating for me.
Right. Now the caveat may be, he may not spend that nail dime on a chick.
Ever.
On some, I got principles that I won't spend no money on no chick that I, meeting at the club. which is great for the person who's trying to get in that door. Because you know what you need to do?
Spend money.
Go spend some money.
Right, you gotta use whatever leverage you
Right,
got.
whatever leverage
I
you
remember
got.
the whole
Sorry.
Ronnie Ho. I
Sorry.
got her Ronnie Ho from the Players Club. You gotta use what you got to get what you want. And for
Use
men, our leverage is straight money. It's influence.
God
you know what I'm
damn
saying?
it, Keno.
So I
Ain't
mean,
shit.
I know a whole bunch of guys who've been running around these streets looking like a foot,
Oh.
all built like a bag.
Oh.
Smell like ass juice and shit.
But they got some of the most beautiful women in the city. Man, you crazy as hell. But they have some of the most beautiful women in the city because what they offer, their leverage, their point is different than all the other guys. They are willing to do what they want financially.
And inside of the business of dating, one of the things is too, if you don't have no money, you got to develop another skill. Just like if you're not attractive, you got to develop a skill.
Right.
If you're not blessed with money, you got to develop another skill.
Be funny, niggas.
So
Have a personality.
So the best thing about it is that you go into a situation. Let's say you're not a popular guy. You don't have funds. You don't have no money. You're not really that popular with people. But what you can do, you can be good at spoken word. You can be good at poetry.
Yeah.
You can romanticize a whole bunch of situations. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh
Yo, for
man,
real,
that's good business.
I'm gonna tell you one.
Ain't nothing like a chubby nigga with low self-esteem, but can speak good. You know what I'm saying?
Whisper all them sweet nothings in your ear.
Little chubby ass nigga with low self-esteem sit up in the corner. All he got is time to think. So he think about all the beautiful shit to write. And
Yo,
look,
Yo, this nigga got.
and if you ain't
He going
got,
through all the 1990 R&B
look,
lyrics.
man, look, and if you don't
the
have,
threads from your hair just feels like
oh man,
gifts from God's
strands of gold
favorite
from-
angels.
What you see what I'm talking about? All that wordplay come together, this, that, and the other.
I used to be broke, so I'm good at like
And so,
finessing some words.
and then you got the dudes that play the friend zone. That's good business for them.
That is good
They got
business.
15 years in on friend zone, but imagine, like you ain't hit a lot of them in 15 years though. But all them chickens come to roost at the same time. You the hot nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Like for real.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, for real. Like you was going after all these little popular this, that chicks, this, that, another. Now they the old chicks that's getting that little belly and ran through 1,000 dudes, right?
Body.
Now
Got all them tiger stripes.
Oh, now you are a viable option. And you may be a viable option for a lot of them at the same time. You've been playing friend zone games for that long. And it's and for all those people who say dudes don't play in the friend zone that long, go look at some of your friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, go. And one thing I hate.
Hell, look at K. Michelle and her dude that she with now.
Bruh, look, and this dude is a doctor. And one of the things that gonna come back up on K. Michelle's side of the situation, he gonna have a lot of hoes.
He already
Of course.
got it.
You know what I'm saying? Let's pick off the fact that he got...
Because let K. Michelle say, men are trash.
So man, let me be trash after I touch you.
But she trash though.
She really is trash.
Yeah, I mean, she complete trash, like straight baggage. You can't go into a situation with K. Michelle and be thinking like you getting the greatest thing ever. No. The one thing about it is you got somebody that's so damaged that you can't even get a good relationship out of that situation. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people
She already comes in with the mentality.
right.
Ain't
So
gonna
a
do
lot of
it.
these people need mental. They need a psychiatrist. They need a mental evaluation and somebody to talk to them on a certain level.
And somebody that'll tell them about themselves.
And so since it's this stigma about going to talk to a therapist or something like that, people just don't go, and you end up in all these bad, hurting people,
Right.
getting hurt, and then they hurting more people as they hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, then they run-
It's a stupid cycle that you can't even get away from.
If then they run their ass down by the altar, and then lay all they burdens on the altar, and I'm like, how you don't get up out of God's church with your shit?
Lord.
Because man, it's so frustrating.
Church of the
because
Highlands, Lord. They gonna hit the rock, Lord.
I'm just saying, man. It's a endless cycle.
Hey, what?
And the thing about those places, what makes it so tragic for like me,
What Pastor Mike song is?
he's so
What's
stupid.
that song?
He's so stupid, man. But the thing about it like this, man, if this chick is like she'd have been through the ringer. She about 35. Probably, either she got 2 kids or she don't have any. She's dated all the 19, 20 years old, dated all the hot little athletes, mid 20s, late, that age range. Dated a local politician like Takeoff Power. Then she hit about 35, dating a damn deacon trying to get her life together. That group right there.
Oh man, now you in the realm of you have a declining product.
So the price of dating goes down.
I mean, it gotta be hard for a woman.
That factors into the business
Loso talking in the background.
of dating too.
Yeah, man. It is the business of dating.
Your product is
It's you. You are the product.
And what you got to do to upkeep that product?
look at him
How
using
much
big
surgery
words
money
like
a
he's
chick got to
T.I.
spend to make herself viable now?
like a 10.
I said, look at you trying to use big words like you T.I. and all of that.
Come on, Till.
Just use the same words he used.
Expeditious.
But how much money now it take for you to spend for a chick to spend to compete with a 19-year-old?
And a 19-year-old ain't the same as you were back when you was 19, because this 19-year-old is highly educated due to access to social media and to the internet. When you was 19, you couldn't go outside late, or you just got in college and you just had a Macintosh. These 19s, they ass actually know what you went through, what others went through, and what's the possibility of what can happen based on the access she has. Your competition is steep right now.
And her freak level at 19 is probably 20 times what yours was. Due to porn culture, she been, since she was 14, she been flipping off top of the balcony at her grandma's house with the dude next door. So now she on some tricks. She on some tricks.
She's a bigger freak than you.
Way bigger freak than you is.
Body tighter than yours.
That
I
19-year-old
don't
like
know
a damn.
if majority of the chicks that you meet under 20, let's say 23 years old, all say they bisexual.
I know. All on fake gay.
All of them fake gay.
All on fake gay.
All of them fake gay.
But what that does, though, is it changes what she will do in the situation with the man. And never forget, as Keno always says, a man's freak level can never go backwards.
Ooh.
It
Once you
can't.
change it, it's over.
So like, if she come in and she out here calling up threesomes for the dude, and she's 19, 20, and you 35, still trying to act like, Mahalia Jackson in the bed, you gonna lose every time, no matter what you do, and your cost of dating has just dropped. And it dropped based on the fact that you going to have to expect less to get the same type of guy, because his options are almost limitless. It's crazy out here, but as a man, I mean, I'm at a place where I understand what my leverage looks like. I'm 30, damn.
So,
I'm 30-something, I'm 39 years old. I forgot. I'm old as shit, right? No, 50-something. Shut your ass up. No, I'm 39 years old, right? And
Can't be talking about my birthday twin like
and I understand that, hey, I'm single, I got a job, I got a place to live, I got cars, I take care of shit. I'm gonna have a lot of options. And the best part about this is, if I stay healthy, my dick gonna work forever. So as long as I stay healthy, fellas,
they got some good drugs out here too now.
Yeah,
fellas,
Hell of drugs now.
here's some free game, fellas.
you on hard for like 5 weeks.
Here's some free game. You do not need sex enhancement drugs if you lose your belly fat. Period.
That-
Period. Real talk. So like, stay in shape, fellas.
Hey,
your libido will stay up.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
run through
pop
that.
2 baby aspirin and go take her ass through that.
Or you can go find you a plug and like slay like 3 or 4 in one day.
See, now the thoughts
Hey.
expressed by hair god. Our kids are long.
But inside of that, look how much that costs.
Right.
I've been
Yeah.
told.
I've been told
Let
from the
people
background.
know what the discussion
Is about.
today.
Okay, man. Our
I guess I
talk.
have to retell people
Retail
no problem at all.
As he talks from in the back.
business of dating.
Yeah, the business
Business.
of dating.
Right.
And that business looks different for everyone. It could be financial, it could be physical, but like what you are investing to date in this environment.
Look. Let's be honest. If everybody can agree that your time is more valuable than money, if you spent money as you spend time, you've already double paid.
Preach.
So for all those
That's
who
a
say,
word.
For all those who say they don't, I don't spend no money on no pussy. If you spend time, you spend money. Time is the ultimate money. It's the ultimate. It's the only time is the one thing that you have that once you spend it, you can't never get it back.
Right. The
It's
ultimate
gone.
resource.
It's gone. It's gone forever. Now I can spend $1, I can get another $1 back. But I give you 15 minutes of my time, I never get them 15 minutes back ever again in life. I spent way, and there's some people I spent way too much time on.
You're right.
I
You
spent,
ain't lying.
look, I just spent years with some people that I probably should have stopped talking to within the first 15 minutes for
And
real.
then-
I shouldn't
and
have
then-
gave them no more than 15 minutes.
And then when you think about it, you almost think to yourself, bitch, I should sue you for like all the time I've wasted. Like you need to pay me.
If it was possible, huh, you would go out there in the street and make that. I used to tell motherfuckers tell me like,
if a man in Japan, if a man in Japan can damn sue a damn wife for being ugly, I can sue somebody for stealing my time.
yeah. Hey, look, I used to tell a chick all the time. Chick was like, you know what I'm saying? I know my worth. So if you know what you worth, then you know you owe me some change. You owe me some real change, cause you wasted my fucking time. Everything about you was a waste. You know what I'm saying? Like the conversation was terrible because you was a social media kid, so you ain't never really had to talk to nobody. Your presentation of who you was as a person was a waste of my goddamn time. Cause and then I probably knew it off the top, but I was probably looking at what the shape was on that thing, and I was thinking to myself, look, I can put in a good hour and 30 minutes of talk, and I might be able to pull something special about this situation. But then you might be just dumb as a box of fucking rocks, and I wasted a lot of time talking to a rock
You know what's funny
that I
about
could have
that?
gave $40 to, and hit the parking lot.
You know what's funny about that? Is I remember somewhere in the Bible where someone made water come out of a rock. So sometimes I think I can talk
Sometimes
a
you-
rock into some shit, but I'm not
On a
Jesus.
special night, you might.
So
look,
I have to think beyond that fuckery.
some nights you walk in the club and it's a chick that's just looking around and look at you and say, "You, me, let's go now."
That's happened.
That has definitely happened.
But it only happens a minuscule times. Out of the 3,000 times you done ran into a chick, you know what I'm saying?
Run for haircut. Shout out to all my friends who be having me sit my friends out. I love y'all ladies. Y'all are amazing.
Nah, man. Hey, but then on top of that, it's a whole nother business. Right.
A shameless plug.
It's a whole nother business. It's a whole nother business that
Taurus
going
gang.
to, it's a whole nother business with dating, including social media, with all the different assets that go into social media too. Because you got travel groups.
Yo,
You got, you know what I'm saying? Like if you spending money going on these trips, this, that, and the other, you can't tell me you ain't paid for a shot of ass.
man and women. Cause
Yeah, right, man and
I'm in
women,
a couple of
both.
travel groups, those single groups. These chicks literally be in there like, yo, I'm going to Barbados. Who's down here? Who want to come meet me down there?
Yeah.
She ain't. You gonna smash her. It's gonna happen.
Bro, have you seen
If
the
you
females in these travel groups?
Yo, man, and they do be badder
Like,
than most of the
they
chicks.
look fairy tale.
And what's funny about that shit is, though, man, here's what's funny about that. And I always say this shit about social media. People get access to women they wouldn't have access to,
Right.
which depreciates the value of your local population. Because if I got access to a chick from New York who is a star and who is willing to just meet me somewhere,
Put a
pay her
spin
own
on this
trip,
thing, too. I'm gonna put a spin on it.
and we're gonna have a good time,
a little
eat, be
spin
naked
on
on the
that thing.
beach.
A little spin.
I'm gonna put a
Or
little spin
I can
on
go
that
meet
thing.
your monkey ass down here at
Hit the
Plum.
turntable
I'm
on,
gonna be a
Jake.
little spin.
Hear your problems. Nah.
The man with the man with the same
access
initials as
is
Jesus
totally
Christ is
different.
about to jump in.
Go ahead.
No, even with the travel group though, that's the way they cut out competition. How many chicks can do that travel?
Yo, yeah.
How many dudes can do that travel?
That's the cost of dating.
Oh man, they just sliced the competition in half by getting inside travel group. Say, I'm in Bora Bora. Who coming?
And if you can come, they know your funds are at a
Right,
certain
yeah,
level.
right.
So like they have
And-
already
and-
eliminated the financial hurdle.
And we fucking on the first date.
Of course, why not?
Oh, we fucking on the first date.
Because you can pay.
There's no way I'm coming to Bora Bora to buy you a tequila sunrise.
Did not.
I
I did not come. I did not
come all the way
come.
around the world
to
meet
binge
you on a
watch.
travel trip to not get my dick sucked.
Like, who does that? Who does that?
I could have went up platinum for that.
Nah, nigga.
Like, you can at least,
Local club.
if you ain't gonna let me hit, you could at least give me a hand job or something.
No.
I could have bought you a
I am
watermelon.
entering something.
I could have
if
bought
I
you a
come across the
watermelon.
world. Fuck that shit.
What if it's that time of the month though, Saint?
He said he entered.
What is?
I am falling in
What if it's-
something if I come have around the world. Shit,
what-
if I gotta go from motherfucking Bessemer to fucking Tuscaloosa, I'm getting in something. I'm not making that goddamn drive for free. It ain't gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
What if it's that
I know
time
my
of the month?
work.
What if it's that time of the month, Saint?
I want all my money to work out me. I know what I deserve.
And I make $50 an hour. What the
Better
hell?
get you some Astroglide, goddamn.
I'm not gonna let you owe me no change. I swear to God. I'm not gonna let you owe me no change.
No, man,
Now,
when I
just like
die,
that.
when I
Don't
die,
owe me
my
no
check, my last check gonna bounce. I want it all right here.
right now. Give me my roses while I'm alive.
I
When I
swear.
say roses, I mean those draws that you have on be taken off, and I shall introduce myself till that rose. You know what I'm talking about?
Yo, hold on. Second note. Don't whip Hammy. Stop that lady. Y'all grown. Okay, go ahead. So aggravating me.
That's for
like
you.
you like the commercial.
Man, look.
That shit's aggravating as hell, man. You fucking damn near 40 years old. What the hell y'all don't panties
Have
for?
you ever been out trying to do some bald head hoe shit?
I need y'all to have like a bald head hoe and then go to court and defend your client.
And once you got out there, and you put your hand up on her skirt, you realize she
got-
has on panties.
Like it's like the thick grandma draws. too.
Crimes of the century is what that is.
That's the fastest way to have you be
Now
single.
we got.
Because these young girls don't
I
wear
gotta-
that.
Hold on. Because I know some chicks that got like that super well.
That's what I want her to have. Please leak down your leg. I promise you, I am your man, sisters.
Oh,
I got you.
Have a pH
What
strip
you-
on your knee.
Got you.
So I
got you, B.
Listen, got a pH strip on your knee, so if that thing drip down, you look you ready? Bitch, you ready? The color is blue. She ready. That
Lord,
pH strip.
Lord have mercy. What is in this cup?
Jesus juice. You know what I'm talking about? Flower water.
Yeah, but back on the topic of the cost of dating. All of the things we are talking about is how regular dudes, regular men see this process. We see dating as specifically transactional. What is my cost to get the product I want and or service?
Except for the people that been raised by their men. They don't see it that way. You know
Can
what I'm saying? You got a different.
Please explain that.
Well, you know what I'm saying? You go into a
don't.
situation where you don't. First of all, you don't understand
Yeah,
finance.
pass me that jack and stop
So
playing.
you don't understand the difference between time versus money. So you'll go up there, you'd rather waste all this time just to hold on to a couple of dollars. And you'll lose out. And then you'll be mad at somebody that come in and hawk down, that swoop down like a hawk and take your little piece that you was holding on to. Look, I'm gonna tell you like this. If you ain't willing to at least be generous with your own money and time, right? Or, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't be, you gonna lose. You gonna either be sharing your chick or you gonna lose your chick to somebody else. That's simple math. Cause if on a Thursday night she can't go out with you to sit around somebody at the bar and eat and get some drinks, you know what I'm saying? Somebody else gonna get some drinks or something to eat at the bar. Don't you think?
Yeah, I agree with you.
You
on
know
that.
what I'm saying? So if I'm willing to spend that kind of money, look, and I'm terrible. I am a Hooters guy. I go to the office sometimes on a regular basis. I would sit up in
Yeah,
the
Hooters
Hooters
is
Club.
The Hooters?
Yeah,
Yeah, Hooters the trap.
The Hooters.
Yeah, that's my office. I go up in my office. I may spend $150 on me on a Good Friday,
All right.
depending on what's going on. Just talking shit from when I get there to when I leave, as I stumble and fuck you, Homewood, and go where I gotta go, get home.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? If I'm willing to spend that on me on a regular basis, imagine if your girl came and sat by me.
She's in trouble.
You
Yeah.
lost her at least for that day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you in trouble, bro.
She interested enough to call me back tomorrow, probably. You know what I'm saying? You with your dude? Oh, call me when you ain't talking. You know, today, later on. Look, I don't want to break y'all up.
Ooh.
No,
I
wait.
don't want to break
I need
y'all
y'all
up.
to stay
I
together.
need
but wait.
y'all to stay together.
Yeah, but my role is to keep y'all.
But I want to enjoy. You know what I'm saying? You know what makes it so much more enjoyable is the sneak around when they get the.
Oh yeah, man, the thrill.
Especially when he fucking up.
Man, shit.
Man, I'm so
We
thrilling.
gonna-
I swear.
Bitch,
Yeah.
listen, look, call me out to 150. Let me go out here on 150, get one of the moon. You know what I'm saying?
As long as she ain't the disrespectful type. As long as she ain't the disrespectful type that, like, when they have a fallout or they get into it or he put his hands on her or something like that, she come over your house wanting to talk and shit like that.
No.
And then make you look and make you feel like the bad guy.
Well, look, now let's be honest about this whole situation. If you the side piece, your job is to keep their relationship together.
Right. You can't let her
At
act up.
all costs, you tell her what to do, how to go fix her situation, and all that. Because if you let her break up with her dude, you are the next in line. Yeah, she looking at you to be the next one up. She thinks she got somebody moving that spot. By no means necessary do you let her think that you gonna move into that number one spot. If she break up with her dude, you break up with her.
Hold on.
You have to do that shit immediately.
Side note, a lot of dudes.
Say it, nigga. Go ahead.
Just go on say it. Go on say it. A lot of dudes that's friends with me on Facebook. Some of y'all owe me thank you letters for y'all relationships.
Oh, you kept them all together.
I kept them all
You're such a
together.
wonderful guy. You know you're an amazing man. You the greatest of side.
The
The greatest of side.
real light skinned shit.
I'm just saying.
Translucent to the
But by the
motherfucker
way-
with his face.
By the way, chances are, if you get upset by what I just said, it's a good possibility I'm really not talking about you. I'm probably not even thinking about you.
Right.
I'm thinking about other people.
And you probably got fuck nigga tendencies.
Yeah, you probably raised by your mom.
Yeah, by
Aunties and shit raised.
Single, you know what I'm saying?
But I will say this though, man. I mean, with this whole side dude thing and this whole cost of dating, man, as a side dude, if you out here dating, you cannot be spending money, investing time as if you want to be number one. Because like women will expect you to do what your actions say.
Side dudes.
What I mean by that is this. You can't say I don't want to be your man, but every day you calling her, you buying her gifts, sending her flowers, and you acting like a goddamn boyfriend. Niggas, please stop that shit. Please. If she needs you to keep her marriage intact by just letting her slide through once a week on schedule.
Oh man.
Do not try to slide out of your role. I need y'all niggas, men. Man, you know, we gonna help men be better men. Right here.
We gonna help you cultivate your hoes today.
You're definitely going to help
If
me.
you have,
That hat was not like that.
I had to go all the way West Side Bethel with this. West Side Bethel Jonesboro, stand up, right? So, men, do not, under any circumstances, change your behavior based on the situation of the woman. Because when you do,
You're setting yourself
she's
up.
going to think you are positioning yourself for the number one spot. And that's not your goddamn job.
It's not
Please
your job,
stop being a fuck nigga.
right.
God damn.
It's definitely not
Stay in your role.
Your-
Call her
Well, no.
once in a blue moon.
Well, no.
Call her every other Thursday.
My value goes
Keep
up.
it on cadence.
My value goes up when he decides to be a fuck nigga. It goes up.
You know why it goes up? It goes up based on the fact that she thinks she fit to replace that fuck nigga.
Or you know, or she looking for comfort. which is
That's fine.
But
Okay, Shaq. Okay, comfort.
Come on over here. I can comfort. Let me run my fingers through your lace front wig
But the
and all of
ultimate
that.
goal of a side dude is all of the benefits, none of the responsibility.
Exactly.
So when it's all said and done, you don't put yourself in a position to take on some of the responsibility. Look, I'm not paying the house note. That's your husband's job. Your husband's job is to pay for the car and do all the children's school, all that. Pick up the babies from, you know what I'm saying? I am strictly for comfort. As side niggas.
Exactly. I am pleasure. I am your piece. I'm not his piece.
And being the side nigga, you know what I'm saying? You help me cultivate my hoes.
How?
Cause I make my hoes, I give them something. Like, look, you come to me, I'm gonna give you a philosophy, you know, that she gonna help me, help me instill in myself. So now I can pass this on so she can be better for the rest of it. She might be, one of my hoes might be one of y'all wives. Somewhere down the line.
Each one teach
You know,
one.
each one teach one. If I cultivate my hoes
Properly.
I make them and flip the script too. There's some chicks out here that need to cultivate their hoes. Cultivate your hoes. Make sure everything right inside that situation. Cultivate your hoes. Because one of the biggest problems that we got in dating right now is that everybody feel like they've been duped, like somebody took something from them.
And then they don't want to give you nothing.
But you in the game. You doing it. You out there actually playing in the game. Ain't nobody taking nothing from you. No, I'm not responsible for your discernment. I'm gonna say this every time I get a chance. I'm not responsible for what you understand inside a situation that you enter into. You enter into dating without knowing what dating was. That's your fault.
How did that they fall? Huh? How did that they fall? I mean, like, man, they never been taught, and their expectation is gonna always be, you know what I'm saying?
The
And the
rule of
expectation
thumb
gonna always
is
be.
what they tell you when they tell you when you break the law, right? Ignorance of the law is not an excuse.
None.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you go out there and if you don't know about dating to a certain extent and you just jump and go throw yourself into it, whatever come back out of it is a learning experience for you. That's what happens. That's the business of dating. You've learned that now. All right. This is what happened when I do this. This is what go down.
Let me not cook for this dude.
Right.
The
He don't
week.
deserve to be cooked for. Now you cooking for every fuck nigga that walk in your house. Every fuck nigga feel like he a king. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All of them.
And then that gonna make me be disrespectful in how not even disrespectful. It gonna make me treat you in a different manner because you putting somebody I feel like don't deserve to be on my level. How you gonna let the dusty nigga out the projects who don't want to do nothing but buy J's, sit up and eat the same food I was eating, and I'm, you know what I'm saying?
And he's homeless.
And I'm doing good shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Bro, you putting this dude on the same level. Okay, you know what? Now I gotta put you on a level. I'm gonna put you on a level.
Of a whole
Late gate.
Oh man, look.
Late gate, like if
You-
don't
Of
none
a
of my
Carmichael
chicks,
style. No, not a regular
if
style.
none of my chicks answer the phone, that's when I'll call you.
Right, that's where you'll be at that particular time because you put me in that spot. How you gonna put me in a situation where I gotta, you know what I'm saying? You let somebody who ain't doing nothing
Nobody finna
for
walk
you.
in the door, man.
Yeah,
So you feel disrespected, basically.
I feel disrespected by a lot of these women out here.
well,
A lot.
The thing about being disrespected is you may feel disrespected because inside of a moment, you know, inside a day, you thought you may have had somebody that was of a certain ilk, right? Then you mess around and you see this motherfucker don't know what they doing. And whatever they get in return is their own fault. It ain't that I'm totally disrespected. I just know what lane now to put you in. You know what I'm saying? You may be doing a lot of good shit, but you stupid. So I put you in the stupid category. You know what I'm saying? Like you
And then they go on to get on Facebook and shit like that and make posts about how dudes ain't nothing and say
Right,
they
right.
got
But it's your
say
fault.
They have the personality of a Doritos bag
if
and
you-
shit.
if you keep running into people that's doing you wrong, the common denominator is you.
I love you, X. I love you, X.
Why is you doing this right now? I don't understand this shit. But anyway, my whole thing is if you keep running to people doing you wrong, the common denominator is you. You got to make better choices than the people that you put in front of you. And if you ain't willing to make changes in yourself or even take time to understand the people that you're dealing with, you get everything you deserve. I don't have to be your conscience. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to a situation, I don't have to do you right. I don't have to treat you right. It's on you to make sure that other people treat you right. So you know what I'm saying? Why? What you know what I'm saying? When people be saying why men can't be this or women can't be that, this, that, and the other. Why you can't make better choices than people that you bring in your life? Why you fall for the okadoke? Like again, how you 38, 39 years old falling for 19-year-old game?
You getting tricked by dudes that don't even have a car.
Man, getting tricked by dudes don't even have a GED. And now you sitting up there, you mad at
They
somebody.
can't even read.
You mad at somebody else for making a fool out of you per se. You made a fool out of yourself without even taking the time to understand that this person wasn't even on your level. So I don't be feeling it. I see it all the time. People be mad. They say you misogynistic and all this stuff like that. I ain't got no sympathy for you when you keep putting yourself in the same position over and over and over and over and over.
You call that victim mentality.
Right, you playing a victim, and I supposed to come save you. You ain't even trying to save yourself. Save yourself.
They ain't trying to. They got Stockholm syndrome and shit like that. The minute you do something that reminds them of somebody they used to fool with and all that, they automatically cling to you.
Bro, but they make it seem like everybody want to blame somebody else for their situation.
Of course.
If I mess up, if I pick the wrong chick, I picked the wrong chick.
Right.
Whatever she got out of that situation, whatever she did, however she moved and got in her position, she got me. Boom.
Right.
All right, next time I know better. I know what to look for. Blah, blah, blah. If I get caught up like that again the same exact way, I'm stupid.
That's fuck.
What they say, our definition of insanity is?
Doing the same thing over and over again.
And expecting
expecting
what?
a different reaction.
A different result.
A different result, reaction.
So how the fuck you getting played since you was 15 years old with the same shit and you 40 and you talking about this shit going, you know what I'm saying? And you blaming another person for the shit.
That's not even insanity. She just retarded.
And then on top of that, I don't feel sorry for dudes that come into the situation too, where they talk about, oh, I put all my heart and soul into this person and they did, but nigga, it's a couple of things gotta be wrong with you. Either you can't do no self-evaluation to know where you stand, or you know what I'm saying, or you ain't got good sense to be able to be able to have a conversation with somebody to see what they actually want from you. You giving without even knowing if they worth giving to. And then you want to blame somebody else for the shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, you did it to yourself. A nigga can't keep getting played by chicks. Like I said, when you 15 years old or 35 years old, getting the same game ran on you. Oh, rub on your shoulder and kiss your neck, but ain't that coming out of us? You have to keep you close enough for you. Nigga, you stupid.
Like this dude steal your car every day while you at work.
Or this girl take your card every day, spend it on whatever, and give you nothing in return. Motherfucker can't even give you a philosophy. Motherfucker can't even give you a way to make more money for yourself. But you constantly deal with this person over and over and over. That's just bad business. You out here doing bad business, and you gonna blame you blaming her, saying, "Oh, she did me this way. She took all this from me. I was doing so much for her. I can't believe that she took me and put me this way."
I thought she loved me.
Nigga, you don't love yourself.
Whoop.
If you love yourself enough, you wouldn't even been in that predicament that way. Not multiple times. Not multiple times to the fact that you feel some kind of way about it. Like, it always happens to me. How?
How now, brown cow?
There'll never be I can be the fattest, ugliest, most disgusting looking dude ever in life, right?
Yeah.
But if I know a chick gonna accept money,
I'm gonna always have one.
I'm gonna spend money. Fuck me. I ain't gonna fuck with no chick gonna judge me on what I look like, what I smell like. I'm gonna go with the chick that judge me for what I can do to get what I want. And if that's the case, you know what I'm saying? Do what you do.
And I think, you know, a lot of people, a lot of women will mistake being in a you know, a relationship and not account for
Like that, don't you?
the leverage of a person and what they're willing do, handle in a situation. And if a woman would account for, okay, what's this guy's motivation?
Right.
What makes him tick?
Yeah, what's my motivation for being in this situation?
Right.
My motivation may not be to find love in the situation. Now, I may put on like I'm looking for love, but that ain't my motivation. It's on you to see if that's my motivation for real, if I'm coming at you and if that's what you want. If my intentions don't add up to what you're looking for, you should leave me alone. But if you keep holding me around when my intentions are not the same as yours and they ain't adding up the same, but you hold me up because you said I said it, you stupid.
You the problem.
You your own fucked up problem inside that situation. And whatever you get, you deserve. Because you was the one that played into that game to get it the way you got it. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna hold my feet to the fire, hold my feet to the fire. But if you ain't willing to do that and you let me get away with whatever it is I'm doing, right? That's on you. You did that to yourself.
I'm with you on that, man. And this whole thing about the accountability in dating, and I always see on social media so many people trying to hold the opposite sex accountable when the accountability falls on you. You know what you want. You should know what you need from your mate. And if you don't have the gumption,
That's the key.
the ball, the discipline to get what you need from a relationship or end it, then that's on you. You get what you get.
Most people don't know what they need from a relationship. They know what they want. Like I said, everybody know what they want. They know what they want. If you're a dude, you know what kind of girl you want, what you look at, what you see. You know, I want her to be this tall, this fine, this much, blah, blah, blah. But all the stuff that you say you want may not be nothing that you need. And you waste so much time trying to get fine in your bed that you don't take enough time to understand what's right for your bed. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's a lot of people out here that want things, and the things that they want are based on what other people say is cool, right? So everybody, you know what I'm saying? Oh, if I had $1 billion like Jay-Z, I'd be, you know what I'm saying, be happy as shit. Nah, you probably jump off a building, kill yourself, because that may not be nothing that you need. You know what I'm saying? That lifestyle ain't built for you. Ain't made for who you are as a human being.
Yeah, I agree.
And yet, that you fighting for it because everybody else says cool shit. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't took the time to think about what you want. You might be just happy out in the country somewhere, sitting by a lake every day, just drawing on a pad, looking at nature.
Right. Seeing the kids in the backyard playing.
But you run into the city because you seen somebody else had a nice condo with a nice car, and you think that's where I'm supposed to be around all these people that's running this rat race in a circle the same way. Stupid shit. I think people should be more accountable for who they are and what they are and what they doing, and stop blaming everybody else for the stuff that's going on inside the situation, even inside the business of in the business of dating, even inside of what you're doing. When you go into a situation, you know what you're willing to spend, you know what you're willing to do. This, that, another. You can't blame somebody else for not wanting to do what you want to do, or not even appreciating what you spend.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. And I think, man, when I think about the whole cost of dating and the whole mindset of the financial thought around dating, it's not financial at all. Man, the greatest cost is the cost that will impact your life, your mental stability, your whole happiness. That's the true cost of dating. And if you are not mature enough to see what you really want, then theoretically you shouldn't even be dating. You should just be home getting your shit together. I'm just being real. You know what I'm saying?
But
But you gonna be out here, you know,
now. You just
no one
said
want to be
taboo
lonely, and I completely get that. I don't want to be lonely. I don't want to be alone.
Sick of being lonely.
I totally understand that. So like it's always, you know, what's the true cost? What's the true cost of a dating? What are you willing to sacrifice? Because that's the cost. What are you willing to sacrifice for the person you want? Is it your happiness? Is it your sanity? Is it your money?
It's never gonna be my happiness.
Well, I don't know.
I don't
You know
know.
what I'm saying? It's
A
a
lot
lot
of
of
people around
times you
here
sacrifice
dating-
your happiness just try to keep shit calm at the
I
house.
learned from a previous relationship sacrificing your happiness and the cost that it comes with it.
It's
I'm
a
good.
steep one. It's a
It's a
steep one.
very steep one.
You know what I'm saying? I've been in a long-term marriage inside of a situation like that. You know what I'm saying? Trying to hold on to try to make something right. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to make it work. It's a lot of pressure too, especially with men sometimes to not look like the bad guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like everybody else. You don't want to be the guy that they talk about did the low down thing, the dude that just left the girl by herself, blah blah blah.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? You get in situations you hold on to them way longer than what you need to, make your life way more miserable than it need to be.
Just speaking from
You know, and the thing you got to go back to is what's the price of happiness?
Right.
How-
That's the true cost of
I
dating.
would give up everything for the right thing. Just to be happy inside a situation, I'll give up all. Motherfuckers be like, you break up with her, she'll put you on child support, this, that, other. Nigga, pay that child support money.
hey, I promise you.
Yeah, bro, pay that child support money with the happiness, but with the quickness and be happy about it. Because in the end, your happiness is way more important than a couple of dollars that you giving for your own children. That's cool. Take this little bread, this, that, and the other. Squeeze all the blood you can from this turnip if you got to. Just don't, you know what I'm saying? But let me be me and be free to be who I want to be, where I want to go, what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? And another thing too about even inside that, people date, they start dating, they end up having children with people they don't even like, right? Boom. So you have these children, this, that, and the other. One thing men gotta start realizing when you go to child support court, for y'all who have this little issue with child support, right? The law is not just really one side. It go both ways, and the reason why I even came to this point is a lot of dudes that's afraid to leave a situation because they're afraid to be on child support. The one thing most of you dudes gotta really realize inside a situation like that is once you go on child support, she's not a factor anymore.
You take her leverage away.
You take her completely out of the picture. The only person you gotta satisfy is court. So whatever she says don't mean nothing if it ain't on that piece of paper that they gave you sitting in front of you. So by default, they give up a certain level of being able to even have a conversation. I wish a bitch would come and try to tell me what I need to be doing. You know what I'm saying? When it's a court order sitting over here. You know what I'm saying? As long as the court order over there and I'm walking inside that court order, whatever else I do outside of that paperwork is because I wanted to do it. Not because I wanted to appease anybody else. So we got to start thinking about when we start getting people involved inside our little situations too, that, you got to look at the bigger picture. It ain't always one-sided. You know what I'm saying? And please, you know what I'm saying, when you go into a situation, especially dealing with your children, whatever you can do for your children, you do it. Don't complain about a child support situation. Don't complain about this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? Just go in there and do it. But know when you get that paperwork, or when somebody put you on paperwork, or you this, that, and the other, the whole conversation, it's not a human conversation no more. It ain't me talking to you no more. I don't have to. I don't even have to speak to you no more. We got smartphones.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this, that, and the other. Once your kid at a certain point, you don't even have to talk to somebody no more. They out of the picture. If you ain't there at 5 o'clock with the baby, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? You call the police, get a police report, they violating a court order. And so at that point, you know what I'm saying? You get them folks on them. They put the folks on you, put the folks on them. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to hear about, just like she didn't want to hear about what you was going through when you was going to court, you don't want to hear about why she couldn't have the baby there on time at 5 o'clock. Just like she didn't want to hear about your problem when you was going through whatever you was going through. It's even Steven all the way around. And I ain't saying this to put no woman in a bad space where they feel some kind of way. I'm just saying for every action there's a reaction. For everything that you do in the business of what you're doing, for everything that you do, it's another side of that. So don't get so discouraged sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You thinking you in a corner. You really not. All you gotta do is think about it 2 more seconds. You'll come up out of whatever it is.
Yeah.
So now when people dating, that's another thing. So get back to the original point. When we dating people, right? We're not bad into a corner. All you know what I'm saying? Nobody forced you to be with somebody. All you had to take was 2 more seconds to realize who you was talking to. And you wouldn't be in the situation that you're in right now.
Yeah, because all you got to do at that point is handle them accordingly. I know in my past, I've gotten a lot of flack for how I handle people. I may say, you know what, it's not working for me, it's over right now, and I don't give any closure, explanation. I don't owe them that, number one. Number two, and more importantly, nothing and no one is more important than my happiness. And once I realize she is not going to be that, it's on me at that point to make the adjustment.
Right.
Whether she like it, agree with it or not. Because in my case, I know, all of us are black men, successful, heterosexual. I know our value, our worth in the marketplace.
Right.
And I was a finance guy, so man, everything is dollars and cents.
Right.
I know my value.
Business
I know
is
my
business.
value is appreciating every time someone come out of the closet because it means it's one less man out there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right. So like, I don't
Oh, yeah.
have to settle for your
But
bullshit.
that boy preaching.
Is what that means.
That boy preaching out here now. That boy preaching.
And I think women
Hallelujah.
underestimate
Tabernacle.
how much
Off the call.
worth, value, and leverage they have. I always say this. I have never seen one good woman struggle to find a man. They may not
Never.
find
Hashama Haya.
their
Never.
one man,
Right.
but they never struggle to find a man. So like, free game ladies, if you say all the time that I know good men, I know you're not a good woman because good women don't have problem finding men. Ever.
Side note.
I'm gonna go into a different little realm for just a second. So it was this discussion that we was having about this whole thing with about how mentally disturbed you have to be, right? In order for you to say somebody made you gay,
That was hilarious.
right? You gotta be absolutely mentally disturbed to say somebody made me gay. You know what I'm saying? Either that's who you are as a person, or you such a fucking follower that anybody can snatch
Influence
on
you,
you.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I say this
Snatch
shit
on
all the time. If you follow every trend, you'll follow another man or woman. Easy breezy. And my ass don't care about how, you know what I'm saying, how people feel about it per se. If you out here saying somebody turned you gay, you probably need to go see a doctor. You need to go talk to somebody about it. And you way above my pay grade. And another thing too, we have a problem with dealing with people that we can't fix, that we can't help. We don't have the ability to talk you off that ledge. You know what I'm saying? Like people that have been abused and this, that, and the other. Stop trying to have relationships. I'm talking about romantic, deep relationships with people who ain't taking the time to help themselves by going to see a psychiatrist or somebody to talk to about what happened to them. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy about that though, man? Is that goes directly against a woman's nature. Because their nature is to fix and to help. I remember telling this very important woman at my job, hey, you need to let him fail. Let this
Right.
employee get fired
Right.
and quit trying to save him. You are not helping him. And it wasn't that she didn't understand what the policies were, what the rules were. It was her nature to try to help, nurture, and save. And what happens is a lot of these men these days were raised by their mama, so like they have that expectation of women
To come save them.
to come save them. So like these be the men who
Right.
never pay child support, who
Right. And-
always need money,
and that
borrow
ain't-
your car,
Right.
blah 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 blah. Right?
They need a captain
Then
save
you
a
wonder
hoe.
why you keep ending up with those men. It's not those men, because you are a reflection of yourself. You are attracting yourself to you.
But even on top of that, you know, it's gonna be a lot of people that gonna say, "You are blaming women."
I'm not blaming women.
Blah blah blah. But I get it. I get where it's coming from. No, it ain't even that situation. My whole thing is with great power come great responsibility, right?
Right.
Women are the closest thing to God on this earth. Period.
That is
You know what I'm
correct.
saying?
Those are facts.
That's you know what I'm saying. It's like to be
They
a
can
woman.
create
Yeah, you know
life.
what I'm saying. To be a
My
woman
God, that's
is the closest thing to God
crazy.
you're gonna ever be, which is understandable. But now the next part of that is like I said, with great power come great responsibility. You have a responsibility to take care of yourself inside of a situation and know what you're looking at when you're looking at what you're bringing. You know what I'm saying? What you bringing to the table to somebody and what they, you know what I'm saying, what you're willing to accept from them. If I can be let's just say fuck boy, right? If I can be a fuck boy and get away with it and be successful at being fuck boyish, why should I stop? What, you know what I'm saying? I'm being successful. If you could have a list of the top 10 bad chicks that you, let's say top 10 bad chicks you've seen on Facebook, right? Right?
Okay. In a city or this period.
In a city or
sorry,
in a
right.
state, whatever, blah, 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 right? Period.
I know.
Right.
I know it's something personal.
Right. Right. They gonna all have in common is probably this one theme about I gave my time to a fuckboy.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you was at a status where you weren't investigating the fuckboy before you got to fuck the see it's fuckboy. Look, you can't hide being a fuckboy forever.
You can't hide it more than
You
about
can't
2
even-
weeks.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Your nature will come out.
it's gonna seep out. You know what I'm saying? But one of the big problems that we have with people in general, they like to tell you what they ain't gonna deal with, and they give you room to be able to hide in the corner until you know what I'm saying. Okay.
You know what it is, man?
Yeah.
I call it confirmation bias.
Yeah.
They want this man for what he represents in her eyes so much, she don't see who he is. So his actions become, okay, I understand that. I want him anyway. I'm going to make sure that in my head, his narrative fits what I want. It's confirmation bias.
Right.
It ain't fuckboy behavior. It was
I
this. It's another excuse.
Well, they'll call it
No.
fuckboy. They'll call it fuckboy behavior.
No. You
know what I'm
accepted
saying?
this nigga doing shit outside of the standard, moral, and principles you set for yourself. I blame you for that. This nigga been running down hoes his whole life.
Talking about mowed them down like a drunk
He been
driver
slinging-
on goddamn New Year's
He been
Eve.
slinging iron like a zip code, right? I'm talking about slinging iron. His whole life. Everybody in the city know this. But, you know this, but you are intrigued.
And
And then you get mad when he sling iron on you.
And?
Come on, cut it out. Please.
shall I show you my dick sling card?
Please stop. Please stop. Hold on. And the other thing, and the other part of that is this. These men be running around here trying to wife chicks, and dude, she cheated on her husband with you. Why the fuck you trust her? Come on, man. Come on, dude. I mean, like, really. I'm not going to talk a lot about the other. I want to make men better, so I'm going to focus on the men on this podcast. Niggas, y'all got to do better. You knew she wasn't shit when you met her. The reason you got with her is because she wasn't shit, and it was easy for you. You are opportunist.
Oh yeah, we are. We way up past stuff, but it goes to the big. But
Go to the big picture.
but
Who you dating?
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Your number one
And what
asset.
you're willing to do with it, what you're willing to give, and how you willing to go. But the next time on this show, we gonna delve into some other controversial situations. You know what I'm saying? We are we are.
One of these
As a-
days, we need to get a female on here. Just so
We trying to get something on here. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna bring somebody in. We're gonna sit them down and have a conversation. It's gonna be great. It's gonna
it's
be
gonna
beautiful.
be amazing.
Yeah, it's gonna be a wonderful thing. Now, this is Assholes Anonymous. We are sponsored by Executive Art.
We love those guys.
The YouTube channel
Amazing guys.
is Executive Art. Like, subscribe,
And share.
Hit the bell notification so you can be whenever we come on YouTube, y'all be able to get the notifications and be able to see what this new information gonna be like. If you like it or you don't like it, you know what I mean. But for right now, we're about to go because I think we're a little too tipsy. Tipsy is a fucked up word for a man. We're a little too drunk.
Pause.
Yeah,
Pause.
pause. You know what I'm
We
saying?
are-
So
We just had a little bit of lot to drink.
a little bit of lot.
A little bit of lot.
So I'm Keno. This is Hair God. This is the Saint. This is Loso in the building today. We got Big Dank over in the corner looking up there grinning and shit. And we at.
Yo,
Good.
y'all have
my-
a great week.
Yeah, it's
Fellas, again,
To my lovelies that love Hair God, I love you. Good night.
this boy is so fucking crazy.